Hi, everyone, and thanks for being with us for a CBS 8 Plus extended forecast on a very wet Thursday across San Diego County. I'm Evan Arani, and we're looking at additional rain showers making their way through over the course of Thursday and into Friday before we get into an otherwise dry upcoming weekend. That's going to be the plus side to the forecast here. But let's start off with where we are through Thursday morning. A lot of activity from about 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. And we're still seeing the potential that into the about mid-morning stretch, we continue to pick up on some additional accumulations. One thing you'll notice is that snow level dropping across our mountains. Take a look at how it's grown. All that white there showing how that snow level has plummeted across our local mountains, giving Palomar Mountain, Mount Laguna, Julian some fresh snow out there. Otherwise, rain and plenty of it along the coast and inland, with more expected in the forecast. So our rain chances stay rather high for today. They drop by only about 10 to 15% going into tomorrow afternoon. So not much of a lull in that rain activity going into tomorrow. Looks like right around mid-morning and through the afternoon on Friday, we'll see that activity take place with an additional about ½ inch of accumulating rain. When we get into the weekend, those chances finally start to drop more notably. Monday, Tuesday, still about 10 to 20% chance of rain. So I'm not going to say that we're completely dry into the beginning of next week, but it does seem like we'll at least be drier than what we see on hand right now. As I mentioned, snow is going to be a big thing to mention across the mountains. Really, the cutoff right now is about 4,000 feet, or at least it should be through most of the day today and into tomorrow. And that's going to allow for a lot of additional snow, several inches possible, about 4 to 6 inches or so as we get into tomorrow. Snow is a tough one to forecast because it does rely on a lot of different markers. However, it seems pretty sure that we're going to pick up on some additional snow totals between today and tomorrow. Rain gets a little bit of a break out along the coast for the 9 o'clock hour, and then it looks like we'll get another about light to moderate cell. Doesn't seem to show much intensity as far as thunderstorm potential goes, so that means that our potential for flash flooding is pretty low going into the rest of the day. The flood advisory that we had in effect expired, and now we're looking at that light to moderate activity to persist and for things to kind of lessen in intensity. Now, into the afternoon, we have the chance of seeing some of those clouds break apart, maybe even a tiny smidge of sunshine, but it's going to be few and far between, right? It's going to be these kind of quick lulls where we get a break, clouds break apart, a little bit of sunshine, clouds reconvene, and more rain by the evening because we still have some of those showers arriving out on shore. Tomorrow, Friday, about 10 and 11 a.m., you've got more rain along the coast and inland, so it doesn't look like we're going to get much of a break going into Friday either. When we really do see this activity come to an end, it is about the evening time on Friday. So this is about 1 and 2 p.m. where we still have a lot of those showers pushing on shore. Evening commute time for 5 p.m. And then if we pause this, Saturday is finally dry. Saturday and Sunday. So that's a plus side of the forecast. The wind is also very intense, especially across our local mountains and deserts. The afternoon looks to be most intense. So rain, wind, mountain snow, there's just a lot to talk about as we head through the day today. We're on the cooler side of average because of all this taking place, so temperatures are mostly going to be in the 50s out there. 55 for Carlsbad, 55 for Escondido, 57 for El Cajon. What we're expecting is that through the end of the day today, we'll pick up on about an additional inch of accumulating rain. That'll likely be around what our totals are for the day Thursday. And then as we get into tomorrow, Friday, we'll likely pick up on an additional ½ inch or so, which will bring our grand totals for both of these days combined between about 1 and 2 inches. As we get into the weekend and early next week, we do start to finally see that activity lull, and we get more notable stretches of dry weather. But that 20% chance still leaves us with some uncertainty as to how things could play out. Right now, we're expecting the mountains to pick up on the rain, if any microclimate does, whereas along the coast and inland, we could see much more mellow activity, partly cloudy skies, temperatures mostly in the 60s and 70s out there going into next week. So very comfortable after Friday. Across the mountains and deserts, mountains struggle with that snow, at least a rain-snow mixture in many cases, through Saturday. And then we'll see dry skies into next week. Tuesday seems to hold the best potential for some of those additional rain showers. Deserts are going to see wet weather today, plenty of wind. Wind dies down tomorrow on Friday, and then we're back to that stretch of dry weather as well. So there's still a lot to go around. There's still the potential for some flash flooding, although albeit it's a much weaker opportunity now that that first wave of moderate to heavy rain has already passed overhead. But we'll keep tabs on what's to come here and on our website, cbs8.com/weather. Remember to download our free streaming streaming channel, CBS 8 Plus. You can find it on your smart TV and watch our latest newscast on demand, as well as this extended forecast anytime you'd like. Have a great day and be safe out there.